Hi everyone, hope you're well. I don't know about you, but I'm really enjoying this story. I find it hilarious. Okay, it's time for chapter 33 and chapter 34 from me. Are you ready? Let's start. Chapter 33, The Nightmare. Kaboom! The noise of the explosion woke up everyone in the street. Mr. and Mrs. Meek lurched upright in their beds as if waking from a nightmare. What was that, Mother? Asked Mr. Meek. I don't know, Father. One of us had better go out and look. Yes. There was an uncomfortable silence. Of course, neither of them wanted to go out and look. So, it's me again, is it? Asked Father. Yes, my hero. Oh yes, I almost forgot. I am a hero now. The man gulped, slipped on his slippers, dressed himself in his dressing gown and tiptoed down the stairs. Then slowly and silently he opened the back door. At Father's feet was a shard of wood that looked strangely familiar. As he stepped across the grass, he noticed more and more shards. They look exactly like pieces of the shed. Soon, Mr. Meek was standing exactly where the shed should be, except there was no shed. What's more, there was no Fing either. Dum dum dum! All the bits and pieces Father kept in the shed were gone too. The plant pots, the watering can, the spade, the rake, even the lawnmower. At that moment, it finally dawned on the man what must have happened. Cripes! How is everything, Father? Called Mother from the window. Not too good, Mother. Why is that? I think Fing devoured all of my gardening equipment and then became so big it burst out of the shed. Oh no. Oh yes. So where is Fing now? I don't know. Slunk. Myrtle's window slid open and she hollered out into the garden. Will you shut your cake holes? It's bedtime. Sorry, my love heart, called Father. I feel rotten having to be the bearer of bad news. What now? Well, you see, get on with it. Fing has escaped. Good riddance, shouted the girl. I hate its guts. It broke all my stuff. I hope Fing gets knocked down by a truck. Screech! There was a sound of tyres skidding. Boom! Then overhead, Father spotted a truck soaring through the air. Zoom! Before it crash-landed onto the roof of their house. Boom! I think it might be the way round, said Father. Chapter 34. Escaped Burp. Using all her might, Mother lugged Myrtle out of the house that collapsed around them. Crash! Bang! Wallop! In no time it was nothing more than a pile of bricks. Oops, said Father. Oops indeed, agreed Mother. Wah! Wailed Myrtle. My stuff! It's broken all my stuff! Amongst the rubble, Mr. Meek spied a jar. All is not lost, Myrtle, he began. You've still got the jar containing one of Albert Einstein's burps. As he spoke, he unscrewed the lid and sniffed inside. Celebrated physicist Albert Einstein's burps smelled mainly of fried onions. No! She screamed, snatching the jar off him. You have let the burp escape! Oh, sorry, he said, and he tried but failed to scoop the invisible burp back into the jar. Mrs. Meek's foot slipped on something. Oops! Mr. Meek put his hand out to steady her. Looking down, he spotted the Monsterpedia, trying to wiggle free. Achoo! The book sneezed at all the dust. Thank goodness the Monsterpedia is not lost. I can take that back to the library first thing tomorrow. Those fines are mounting. They're already up to 15p. As he picked up the book, he noticed something was looming over them. Look! Cried Mother. Fing was now the size of a small moon. Grrr! It growled. Then, like a deadly basketball, it bounced away along the road. Boink, boink, boink. Grrr! It destroyed everything in its path. Cars were crushed, crunch, lampposts were bent, twang, and trees were smashed into pieces. Whamp, whomp, whomp. All the Meek's neighbours were waking up and opening their windows to see a huge furry ball bouncing along outside. "Help!" one cried. "Call the police!" shouted another. "Stop that huge furry ball!" holloed the newsagent Raj, who lived on their street. "And bring it to my shop. I have some special offers." Raj always gets annoyed when I don't include him in a book, so here he is. Happy now? The blonde-haired boy who lived down the road, Tom, ran out into the street to get a better look at this strange creature. "Cool," he said. What wasn't so cool was that Fing was about to bounce down on top of him. Whoosh! Grrr! His golden retriever Eden ran into the road and dragged the boy out of the way just in time. Wallop! The Meek family clambered over the rubble that was their house, staring open-mouthed at the chaos and destruction. Boom! Smash! Shatter! "I think it's best we don't mention that Fing is ours," said Mr. Meek. "We have to do the right thing," urged Mother. "For Myrtle. She really looks up to us." "No, I don't," snapped the girl. "Well," said Mother, "we can't just let Fing destroy the whole town, the whole country, the whole world. We have to go after it." "Oh, no," replied Mr. Meek before turning to what was left of the car. The windows were cracked, the bonnet crumpled, and one of the doors was hanging off. "I'm going back to bed," announced Myrtle. "You don't have one anymore," replied Mother. "Oh, yes!" Mr. and Mrs. Meek deposited their daughter onto the back seat of our car and raced off into the night. And that's the end of the chapter. I do hope they end up stopping Fing from destroying anything else. Oh, I'll have to wait and see for the next instalment. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.